What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Reading Between the Wines. This is Disc 3 Evolution, second night. This is the second night of Reading Between the Wines this week, actually. So, for the newcomers, for people who haven't been inside of Reading Between the Wines or the 4-in-1 podcast, we do Reading Between the Wines twice a week now. So, I listen to all of the feedback that everybody has given me, and you asked for a second show. So you got your second show. 2 times a week, you get Reading Between the Wines on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. And you also get it on Fridays as well at 8 p.m. So Disc 3 Evolution, we are here. I want to say thank you so much to everybody for liking, commenting, sharing. Thus far, everything has been great. So if you can please continue that process, continue to help support this movement that I have going on here, this evolutionary movement. I want to say thank you so much. So I'm going to be going over Miracle Expectations, track 15. So for those of you who want to find out about what Disc 3 Evolution is all about, you can head on over to X, which is formerly known as Twitter, and I have 17 tracks, which is the full 4-in-1 podcast, Disc 3 Evolution, the full series, but it's audio only. So the difference between what I'm doing now versus what I was doing then is I gave you audio first, and now you have the live audio visual. And the first part is just a solo, me going in one-on-one, and you'll get to hear that side. And then now we got some special guests that can go back and forth and answer some of the questions that I proposed in their first initial one, which is exclusively on X. So tonight, for Reading Between the Wines, we have a very special guest. I have Enrich Mom coming in. So for those of you out there that want to learn about how to repair your credit, how to level your life up, get your finances under control, this is a great podcast that you probably want to stick around. So please like, comment, share, tag your friends, and let them know what we have going on inside the 4-in-1 and Reading Between the Wines. So before I get started, I want to go ahead and give a very special thank you to my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and serve each and every one of you. This has been nothing but a blessing, and I just want to basically say thank you and give back to my community the best way that I know how to do it. I want to give a very special thank you to my family, my 2 daughters. Thank you so much. So many people out there that I'm probably going to miss some, but it is what it is. As I continue to do this night after night, I'm going to remember some, I'm going to leave some off, so it is what it is. Mr. Nate Perry, I want to say thank you. Alex Coquito, SOS, you were on last night. We had a great time. Thank you so much for coming in. Jonathan Martin Ives coming tomorrow. I want to say thank you. And Rich Mom, Shantae, thank you for coming in. We always have great conversations, and I can't wait to catch up with you here. I want to give my prayers and thoughts to Miss Desiree Covington. I'm here with you. I send my prayer to you and your family during this time. And yeah, I definitely am with you during this time here. Nikki Styles from Philly, thank you so much. John Albert, thank you. I appreciate you as well. Miss Lavella, if you were out there, thank you for checking me out. We saw Ike the Alien yesterday. Thank you to my D-Live family. Y'all came through. And we are here reading Between the Wines. Before I get into it, if you have any questions, anything about wines, anything about the show, anything about my special guest, you can always text me at 609-730-611. That is the official 4-in-1 hotline, 609-730-611. So I am sampling some sweet red wine. I wonder if the cameras can pick that up with the lighting, but sweet red wine, Joseph Handler, sweet red wine. And as I was doing the research on this wine, I was discovering that this wine is made from the Dornfelder grape. So this is a German wine, and I love the Dornfelder wine. So this is going to be reminiscent of the Dornfelder classic wine. So I'm so glad I came across this because I definitely love Dornfelder. So this is going to be great sampling that wine there. Let's see what we got here. So let's get right into the Miracle Expectations track 15. So, song of the day. You know, we can't do anything without the song of the day. Song of the day is Justin Bieber, Love Yourself, off of the 2015 Purpose album. So, when I think back when this song was in heavy rotation, let me tell you, my life was definitely not in the right position. And if anything, I should have been singing this song to myself. I did get a little agitated when it came on the radio because I knew what the message was, but I was stuck. So I knew what the message was, but I was stuck. And, even though I like Justin Bieber and I like his music, there was nothing wrong with it, but there was something wrong with me at the time. So when Love Yourself came on, I was stuck. And let's just go back and reminisce a little bit. And 2015, that was supposed to be a great, great year for me at the time, but it clearly wasn't. It was all lies and you know smoke and mirrors at the time. But so Justin is speaking to a girlfriend or ex, however you want to pose it, whatever. But it appears to be a toxic relationship because he's saying all of the bad things that this person is doing. And you know what? My mother never really liked you anyway. So how about you just go ahead and love yourself? So when we think about miracle expectations, sometimes it's okay to love yourself. In fact, that's probably what you need to do. Because if you don't love yourself, then your miracle expectations are going to be delayed. And I'm just speaking from experience. I'm thinking back to 2015 when a song was in heavy rotation, to 2020, 2021, 2022, and to where I'm at right here now in 2023. Things changed a lot. Things changed from 15 to 20. And from 20 to 23, things changed a lot. And I'll tell you, one of the biggest things that changed is that I actually do love myself today more than I did back then. So, like I said, when this song came on, Love Yourself, I was kind of stuck a little bit and a little agitated at the lyrics because I knew that they were speaking to me at the time. And yet I just didn't take any action on it. So, for those of you out there that can understand where I'm coming from, we're going to talk a little bit about miracle expectations. And see, the problem is that some people want miracles to happen. We want all of these great things to happen, but, we're not working. You know what they say about faith without works is dead. And if you are anything like me, you couldn't work on yourself. You couldn't work on your dreams. You couldn't work on the things that you wanted to work on because you were too busy working on somebody else's. So it is okay to love yourself. And I respect the lyrics in this song because when you know that something's not working and you know that we keep going back and forth and you know that this situation is not working, but the best thing that I can say is how about you go ahead and love yourself. I'm not, thinking negative. I'm not, pouring anything toxic into the situation. I'm actually trying to help you. And in that process, I'm helping myself too by saying, you know what, maybe you should just go ahead and love yourself. So if you have any miracle expectations, you know that you need to go ahead and work on your dreams, work on your, whatever it is, work on whatever you're asking for, because faith without works is dead and you have to continue to work on it. And you can't get anywhere if you don't work on yourself before you can try to help and pull up and move and work with somebody else. So, song of the day, Justin Bieber, Love Yourself, off of the Purpose album 2015. We're here reading between the lines. Now, I want to go ahead and give some little inspirational message here from Mr. Bruce Lee. Love Bruce Lee, gotta love Bruce Lee. And when it comes to expectations, miracle expectations, people say, well, it's gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. People who have faith, they move in one area. People who don't have faith, they move in another area. I can't tell you what to do. You can't tell me what to do. It just doesn't work that way. So this quote here, resonates when it comes to that, because what you consider a miracle, maybe I won't. and what the next consider a miracle, so forth and so on. So it's for you to see. It's not for everybody to see. So Bruce Lee said, I'm not in this world to live up to your expectations, and you're not in this world to live up to mine. Very simple. We live in our own worlds, and what you got going on in your world is what works for you. What I have going on in my world works for me. I should not have to put anything that I have over here on you, and vice versa. And any given time that you feel that what I have going on here is not working for you, there's a couple things that you can do. And the first thing that I would say is you can either hate it and you can turn around and move away from it, or you can love it and we can, try to move together on the same page. That's one thing. But when you have people who are hating what you're doing and you're trying to do something and you're sitting here, praying and looking for these miracles to appear, but you have yourself surrounded by the wrong camp, it ain't gonna work that way. So you can either hate it or love it. And if you like the other song, Love Me or Leave Me Alone, like it's going to be one or the other. Which one is it going to be? You can't sit here and try to block my blessings. You can't sit here and try to put me in a lower world where you are, because I'm trying to elevate and I'm trying to move to another level. So I'm not here, like Bruce Lee said, I'm not here to do what you do and live up to your expectations. And you most certainly aren't here to live up to mine. But one of the best things and one of the most powerful things and one of the most beautiful things is when you come across somebody who is on the same page as you, somebody who's vibrating on the same page as you, and y'all, got this thing going on. That's how you know that it's, from a divine source. When you ain't forcing nothing, people keep showing up. People keep coming around you. People keep, inquiring about some of the same interests that you have, wondering where you're going. How can I get there? What can you do to help me? That type of stuff. How can we do this together? Chasing, cursing, carrying on, fighting to try to make something work. Anita, what's going on? If you're out there on Facebook, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been coming in and supporting all week, and I really do appreciate it. Like I said before, some comments I can see, some I can't. Most of them I see after everything's done, especially if, there's a bunch of people in there. Trust and believe that I understand and I feel you, and I thank each and every one of you. Now, you can also text me at 609-738-0611, and I will definitely get those as well as the show goes on. And it looks like we have some comments already. Onyx Blade, thank you for showing up on Twitch. I appreciate that. This is Reading Between the Wines, Disc 3 Evolution, and we are getting ready to come in and sample Joseph Handler, Sweet Red Wine. Now, one of the feedbacks is that y'all want to see the bottle. Y'all want to see the bottle. I got you. Drop it in the comments and let me know what your favorite wine is, too. When I see some of these names, I want to say it, but I don't. I'm just so cautious about messing it up. So I'm going to just call you Jaylee, because I don't want to mess up the first part. And the fighter, AG the fighter. What's up? Thank y'all so much for coming in. Miracle expectations. Get those miracles going. Never give up on yourself. Love yourself. It's okay to love yourself. Just as long as you're not doing it in a disrespectful, conceited, as long as you're caring about the people around you and you're not doing too much, it is okay to love yourself. Don't let people fool you. It's a trick. It's a trap. They try to make it seem like it's not okay to live in that type of environment, live in that type of state with yourself. It's okay. Trust and believe it is. So let's get right on into this wine here before we go ahead and get into it. Smells good. So I will tell you that I had Zinfandel earlier this week, and the reviews for the wine weren't that great. And I was like a little thrown back because when I sampled the wine, it was on point. So they need to start coming to Reading Between the Wines and getting me to give the reviews, because I don't know who gave the initial reviews for my bottle of Zinfandel earlier this week, but it wasn't right because it didn't line properly. So this is Joseph Handler's sweet red wine, and it's a German wine, and it will remind you of Dornfelder. So it's that purple maroon, almost like the color of what we see here on the screen, and it's a dark red like that, and it's very classic. Everyone knows what it is. It's very popular. Dornfelder from Germany. So this is going to give you, you know, it's going to remind you of that. And it is a German wine as well. A lot of raspberries, a lot of red raspberries, a lot of, let's see what else we got here. I got to get my notes together. Red raspberries, cherry, strawberries, plum, blueberries, even jam. You're going to smell like jelly or jam, which I can get with that. And it says not too sweet, perfect. It should be drank at cold temperatures, summertime. You might can use this as like a little dessert wine as well. If you have like cheesecake, I can see that going very well. Cheesecake with this wine here. So let's get into it and let's see what we got here. Definitely reminds me of Dornfelder. Definitely. And it really isn't that sweet. The reviews said very sweet. I don't see it being super sweet, but it's good. It definitely is good. I most certainly will buy this again. It's not as harsh. It's not as harsh as like a Cabernet or a Merlot. You can feel that it has a little boldness in it. So not something that you're going to be like guzzling down. Keep it chilled. It does have 9%. So it's not too rough when it comes to the alcohol content. You're looking at 9%. And I'm going to go ahead and read the bottle here. Joseph Handler Sweet Red is produced from the native Dornfelder grape. Combines luscious flavors of raspberry and plum with silky tannins and delicate sweetness. Serve lightly chilled. All right. So we got on through. Let me sample some more. Not to mention that it's Friday. So everybody out there, G, what's going on? G Turbo. I wonder if that's who I think it is. How are you doing out there? So it's Friday. We made it. It's okay. It's okay to love yourself. Pour yourself a glass of wine. Sample up a little bit. Come right in, reading between the wines, and let me know what you are sampling on tonight. If you ain't sampling any wine tonight, just let me know what your favorite wine is. You can always text me at 609-738-0611. We have Miss Enrich Mom coming in tonight. Anybody want to get their credit under control? Anybody have any issues or concerns when it comes to their finances? We're going to call her up. She got something for us tonight. And she's always has something for the family. Miss Shantae, aka and Rich Mom, definitely is going to get us together here tonight. So stick around because she's coming in. So now, Miss SOS came through last night, and I had such a great conversation with her. We were talking about all types of stuff, talking about getting unsolicited counsel from people, um, unsolicited advice. We were talking about dating in this day and age when it comes to internet scammers, all types of stuff. But then I had a burning question, and the burning question was, if you could be of the opposite sex for 1 week, so if you were a female, you can be a male. If you are a male, you can be a female. Just for 1 week, who would it be? Who would you pick to be and why? So I love SOS response. Her response was Barry White. And she said Barry White because, for those of you who don't know, maybe you do know, Barry White did awesome interviews. And the stuff that came out of his mouth was just mind blowing. So she chose Barry White. So that was the burning question. And of course, we do burning questions every night here on Reading Between the Wines and the 411 podcast. So stick around probably midway through the show, or probably towards the tail end, midway to the tail end of the show. That's when we go ahead and do our burning question. So I got a good one tonight. You definitely want to stick around for that one tonight. So on that note, let's go ahead and try to get Miss Enrich Mom in here and see what we got going on here.
To an automatic voice message system.
Uh-oh. That's the first time that something like that has happened. Come on now. You're going to answer your phone. I don't know if this is you here, out here. Oh, it is. Well, which one we doing?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I was
Is the echo sound okay?
It sounds good to me. I hear you. Let's say it again.
I said because I'm on the live too.
Oh, okay. I saw that, and I was like, wait a minute, but I thought we were doing audio. Which one do you prefer? Because I can try to pull it up too.
We could stay on the audio. It's fine.
Okay. That is so funny. I've given people SOS. What's going on? How you doing? I've given people the option to do audio or video this time around, and a lot of people still want to do the audio, and I don't mind it, but number one, it's different. And I think you have to pay attention more. You have to pay attention more to listen to what the person's saying, because you don't have the all of the extra stuff going on, the distractions that might be there. And back in the day, that's all you could do is be on the phone talking to people, and you had to pay attention or you were going to miss it. You know what I'm saying? And nowadays, we just be all over the place with all types of things that we got going on. So I love it. 411 is where it started from. What's the 411? From Mary J. Blige. That's where, I came up with the concept with the phone call in the beginning. So we're sticking with the phone call.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you gotta go back to the basics, regroup.
Yes. So let everybody know where you are calling from tonight.
I'm calling from Pennsylvania. I live in the Poconos. I'm from Allentown, but I've been living in the Poconos for about 10 years now.
Do you like it? Because I was planning on a trip there this month, but it ended up getting scrapped, and I'm going to Florida. But I was going to go to the Poconos. I've never been there. So do you like the Pocono areas? There's a lot of bears and stuff, I heard.
Yes, we have all the animals, coyotes, fox, all the good stuff. It's really cold here. We only get like 60 days of warm weather, spread out this year. So only got 2 seasons, winter and July.
Well, I have a couple things about that. Number one, the coyotes and the bears and all of that. The thing that I have to say about that is absolutely not. I heard that those bears are a trip, that they start tearing stuff up. And I just don't want to be walking down a trail, because I was going to go in the springtime too. I just don't want to be walking in the forest, because I like to hike and stuff like that, and then see a bear and then just start chasing me and all this other crazy stuff. So is that going to happen?
They run fast too. They run like 40 miles an hour. So
what are the chances that I would run into a bear in the springtime on a hiking trail? A lot? High?
I've seen them more so in the winter. I think they have the trails more or less protected, but you never know. But I've seen them mostly like in the winter times. You see them on the highway, you see them everywhere.
What? See, I got my winter pants and I got everything all set up because I want to try to embrace the cold weather. See, now you're making me not want to go there. On a highway, you just driving and all of a sudden the bear just sitting on the side of the highway looking at you.
Nah, he's running across. Do what he got to do. He ain't thinking about shit.
No, well, that's fine. That's fine. All right. Thank you for that insight, though. Jeez. All right. So.
Right, it's beautiful over here, and it is refreshing. It gives you like the retreat type of vibes. Like,
That's what I want.
To clear your head. I want distractions.
I want to go to the Poconos because I want to write. I want to get into my writing element. So that's the reason why I was going. If it was cold as hell, doesn't matter because I was going to be inside with some wine and a fireplace. That don't have nothing to do with me outside. I do want to try snow. I do want to try snow tubing, and then I want to snow tube and then run back inside real quick. I don't have time for all that extra stuff.
When it's the adults, because they have like resorts and stuff that you could do like snow tubing and stuff. Some nights they do adult only, so it's drinks and snow tubing. So you know what type of party that is.
Oh, well, I might need to join that. That's what's up. I like that.
Yeah, they serve drinks where you go skiing, snow tubing, you can do snowboarding.
No.
They got food. It's like a whole party.
Skiing, I ain't doing. Well, let me not say that. I might need to try it, but I just don't think that vibes well with me. Snowboarding, absolutely not. The most that I can do is get in a tube and slide down and keep it moving. Especially, I'm gonna have to have some wine because it's cold as I don't know what. So I need some liquid encouragement to be out there like that. That's craziness.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's going on, young Amari? How you doing? So, what type of wine do you like? Do you drink wine?
Yeah, I drink red. I'll drink Cabernet or Merlot. I usually drink Merlot first, but
ooh,
I'm getting into the Cabernet a little.
That Merlot is a little rough, huh?
Yeah, I don't like sweet wine. I don't like sweet.
Well, you won't like the wine that I'm sipping tonight because this is a sweet wine. You won't like it.
Yeah, that sweet wine, you get me a little too tipsy. You're like, oh, it tastes like juice.
I'm almost down. I'm about to pour it again. So that's the vibe that we got tonight. So, all right. So, welcome into Reading Between the Wines. I'm so excited about what you have to give us tonight because I have been studying, a lot of the things that you are going to be speaking about tonight. And it most certainly has helped my life. So I'm sure that it can help, plenty of people out here who are ready. And from what I know about what you're getting ready to tell us is that if you're not ready, then I probably wouldn't even play with it. Like, you either got to go in the right way or don't mess with it at all. Does that make sense? Or am I speaking about something that I don't know? Because you're the expert. You wrote the book on it.
I'm not the expert. I'm not a financial advisor. Just that little disclaimer in there.
Okay.
Throw that disclaimer in there. But you are correct. You do have to be consistent with it. You can't just be like, I got 800 credit score. Now I'm about to max out on my credit card. You have to be consistent with, sticking to the good, keeping the positive credit on your report and not the negative.
At one point I listened to someone on the radio, and I'm not going to say this person's name. They're very powerful and they can move the masses. But they said something that when I think back today, I'm like, that wasn't helping me and that wasn't helping our people either. And this specific person said, if you're in debt, who cares? Don't pay off any credit cards. And I had that mindset because I was listening to this person, and I'm like, well, that's not nice because you basically are not helping people by saying that. So if you owe something, and I'm speaking from a spiritual standpoint as I continue to learn and grow and evolve, you can't take something that's not yours and think that you can get away with it. I don't care if it doesn't matter what it is, food, money, this, that, credit. You can't take something from the universe and think that you can get it for free because it doesn't work that way. Nothing in life is free. So if you swiped it up on a credit card, you're going to have to pay one way or the other. If you stole something from somebody, you're going to have to pay one way or the other. Like it's gonna come back full circle, and it's just a universal law. So to tell people that you don't have to pay your credit cards back, that's not right.
That's stealing.
It's stealing. Yeah, it's stealing, and it wasn't yours to begin with. So, um, what prompted you to write a book about do it yourself? Give me the title again.
Do it yourself credit repair.
Do it yourself credit.
So I yeah, because I had bought some credit repair books and tried to sign up for some different credit repair specialists, and I was just not getting the results that I was expecting because it is a long process. You know, fixing your credit, people think it's like, oh yeah, I'm paying $200 a month and they're gonna fix my credit. But the average credit takes because they have three 60 to 90 days to respond. Well, 30 to 45 days to respond. But by the time by the time you send your letters out, get their responses, and all that, it's like a 2 to 3 month process. So you figure you're paying someone $250 a month or $200 a month, or even $80 a month to repair your credit. But most of that time, you're just waiting.
Yeah, and I was going to say, are they really repairing your credit? Because that money that you're paying them, you could be paying your credit card bills down.
Exactly. And that's how I look at it. Like, all you really need is the information, and then you could apply it yourself. You know, I'm just basically cutting out the middleman. I'm giving people the templates and everything they need in order to, from beginning to end, you know, the process to build your credit back up from whether you have no credit or, you know, trying to fix up some bad credit. It's a little bit of everything in there it's a little bit of something for everybody in there.
So what prompts you to write this? You were you in a financial...
My credit was great.
Okay.
Having rough credit, getting denied, just having low credit cards with high interest rates. Like, I was paying probably almost 30% on a credit card that was only $400.
What?
And I felt like after I really learned about credit cards and what I was doing to my credit by having revolving balances and late payments, when I realized how much damage I was doing to my credit by, I'll pay it next month, or I'll pay it next week. I owe them $35 minimum payment. I'll pay $22. Thinking it wasn't a big deal. But then when I started realizing the impact that it was having on my credit, I had to change my mindset. Like, no, I need to pay it on time. I need to pay the full amount. If I could pay more, pay more. And from there, I've seen a change from the full. I started in the 480s, 500s. Like, my credit was terrible. I was up in the 700s for a little bit, but I got some credit increases and I didn't know how to act for a little bit. But I'm getting back disciplined. But it is about staying disciplined and staying consistent with the information and with your credit cards and your finances.
Here's my advice to people, and I'm not a financial advisor, although I see myself being something like that in the future. Definitely not right now. But if you don't have enough money to buy it, then don't buy it. Excuse me, I'm going to say that again. If you don't have enough money to buy it, then don't swipe it. And I've heard that the rule of thumb is that whatever that item is that you want, you need to be able to buy it 5 times over. If you can't buy it 5 times over in your bank account, then you absolutely do not need it.
Right.
So that's where a lot of my issues came when it came to my finances, is because if I wanted it, I got it. And I didn't care about how much it cost. Did I have enough money in my bank account to, pay for it? I'm paying, my credit card bills on time. I'm paying the minimum on time. But I was always spending and borrowing money that I didn't have. And it's one thing if you live reckless like that, but if you got somebody next to you that don't care just as much as you do, and you got two people being reckless, it's a wrap. Trust me, it's a wrap. So what I've learned is that for people who, and I feel for people because I listen to so many stories and I hear people that they want to get their life together, they want to get their credit together, they want to elevate and move to another level, but they're attached to something or someone that just don't. And that's a problem. I want to get well together, but my spouse doesn't. I want to move, to this situation here or this level here, but my girlfriend doesn't. That type of stuff can really get people into some bad situations. So, I agree. You wrote something about that in your book too?
No, but I do have about trade lines in there. But when you're dealing with trade lines, you should definitely you're dealing with people that are responsible, but you want to make sure that they're really looking to build their credit and not just fool around, or take it for granted, or just have no not, because I feel like financial education is such a touchy topic in so many households. People don't discuss it,
right?
So it never really gets better. My money's my money, your money's your money. Just tell me what you need me to pay, and that's it. Don't worry about nothing else.
See,
if you could really come together and discuss finances without an argument.
What?
That's
Let's see, that was one of my biggest problems too, because even though I was not living right when it came to how I was spending, I was responsible as far as everybody's going to get their money on time, trust and believe, because nothing in this life is for free. So I understand and I learned that lesson. So if I'm attached to somebody that don't know how to pay their bills properly or don't want to pay their bills, there was some back and forth because I'm not living like that. And I don't need what you're doing to start pouring off on me and influencing me to do things in a wrong way, because I already told you how I used to live. If I wanted that car, if I wanted those shoes, if I wanted the outfit, if I wanted whatever, I was getting it. So, and because I was getting it, when it came time to pay people their bills, they needed it because I wouldn't be able to get the next thing if I didn't take, you know what I'm saying? So it was basically robbing Peter to pay Paul to make sure that
Yep.
And you just stuck in this little cycle here.
That's exactly how it goes too. That's why you gotta, get that. Once you get the information, once you get the education, once you're enlightened, then you'll be empowered to do the right thing. Because now, so you know better. You can't blame nobody else. You got to do better now.
So now I have a which I'm going to be talking about this month here, which is called generational responsibilities. We're going to speak about what your responsibility is if you are a parent. So everybody out here who's listening, if you are a parent, you have generational obligations. It is your obligation to pass things down to your generation, which is your children and your children's children. I don't care who you are. And people can be disrespectful. They can be a couple other words that I'm not going to say. When they turn 18, they're out of my house. That ain't my responsibility. I raised my kids already. That type of talk, that is not spiritual, biblical talk. So all of that type of stuff, no way. If you know what I'm talking about, you understand that you have a generational obligation, that you are supposed to leave something behind to your children's children. It's your legacy.
Absolutely.
It's what we're supposed to do. So a lot of us, when it comes to, and I remember what you said about, we don't speak about finances in a household. What your money is my money. And when you think about finances, people are like that cat that gets stuck and has been scared, and they stick the nails in the carpet and the back is arched up. You know what I'm saying? But that's what, yeah, as soon as you talk about money, that's how people get. But that is a form of a generational curse right there, because unless you break the mold and unless you learn and unless you dig deep, you're going to continuously repeat the cycle. See, we've already learned the basics. Our parents taught us the basics because that's all that they knew. And it's not to beat up on our parents or say that they did this or they did that. They did the best that they knew how to do. But it's our job to learn and learn how to break that generational curse. So when they talk about generational curses, a lot of it has a lot to do with financial education, because those are some things that we don't want to talk about because we rather be that cat that gets scared for a little bit and then, all right, they're not looking at me, they're not focusing on me, so now I'm gonna just go back to doing my thing. And that's what happens a lot of times in these households. And if you continuously go down that path of we ain't gonna talk about it, or I'm gonna just continue to do what I do, I'm gonna continue to rob Peter to pay Paul, you are not fulfilling what your role is to be once you decided to bring children into this world. And that's what it is when it comes to generational obligation, which we are going to talk about that in future podcasts. But it's your responsibility. I don't care your children, they're not here yet, they are not born yet, but you decided to create, a generation, and you need to stand up and own up. Man, woman, I don't care. It's your responsibility, and as far as I'm concerned.
Yes, I agree. I definitely agree that, you know what I'm saying, like, we have the opportunity to do better. Like you said, maybe our parents didn't, but we a plethora of information, so there really is no excuses why, that we can't be doing what needs to be done to grow and elevate the next generation. Like, we don't want to keep leaving them behind, starting at zero. Every generation starting at ground zero.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And there's a lot of traps that are set up, which, is set up on purpose to keep a select group of people stuck. And it is what it is. You have to take responsibility for yourself, and you have to educate yourself, and you have to want to do something different, and you have to want to think about somebody other than yourself, which should be your family and should be your unit. And I know you got cousins, I know you got aunts, I know you got uncles and things like that. I'm talking about son, daughter, mother, father, that type of situation. Yeah. Focus on your generation and your four walls.
Yes, I definitely agree that everything definitely starts at home, and that's one of the and that's one of the important things that I like to do as I'm learning. I like to teach my children as well. If I'm learning something about stocks, they're like,
what?
If I'm getting hyped up, they're like, Mom, what's going on? What's going on? I'm like, I'm explaining it to them. So now it's like, I give them their little options. Like, okay, you did your chores. You want $20, or you want me to buy you a Roblox stock? Like, they're like, I'll take the Roblox stock. Because I tell them, like, what you have, having money now is important. But when you get older and you really have responsibilities, you're going to wish you had some type of income or money coming in that you don't have to work for. You know that your money's already working for you because you did the right thing, or your mom, your parents did the right thing when you were younger. So now you're a little older, you have a little cushion. Like, you don't got to work as hard to get, to be ahead or even to stay afloat, because it's like, it's hard for people to even stay afloat, let alone get ahead.
I hear exactly what you're saying. My kids hear it all the time. They're probably like, oh, God, here he goes again, speaking the same thing. I don't care. I'm going to keep telling you over and over and over again. And you have to make your decision. I can't do it for you. But it's not going to be because of a lack of information that's been given to you. If you don't hit the nail on the head the right way, if you don't break the generational curse, then that is because you chose not to, not because the information was not given to you. So it is what it is when it comes to that. So let us know about this book here, where we can get it at.
I have the book on enrichmom1.gumroad.com. Etsy under, and I have it on Pinterest. I don't know if I have it on Pinterest. I might have it on Pinterest too. But I'm in Rich Mom 1, Pinterest, Etsy, and Gumroad. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, everything's in Rich Mom 1. It is a unique handle, so it's the only one that really pops up as that. And from there, you can see the link to the credit repair book and also other books. The book is $27.99. The templates are included, so it tells you the breakdown of how to pull your credit, like an up-to-date credit report, what to look for, what to highlight, and then I have the templates there for the letters for the credit bureaus. All you have to do is plug in your account numbers, the letter's already written, mail it out, certified. It tells you how to do basically all the steps that I did. I put it into a book and I made it, so that it can be done from the house, it can be done from your cell phone. Like, I made it easily accessible for parents, especially because, we're the ones that's more or less preparing our children, because you can actually add your children onto your credit, but you don't want to add them onto bad credit, of course. So,
wait a minute.
Keep that.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. You just told me something. You said you can add your children to your credit reports.
Yeah, to your credit cards, so that it's reporting on their credit.
You know what I have to say about that?
Yeah, like authorized user.
I got what you're saying. I've done that before. And you know what I have to say about that?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. No.
But see, there's a difference, because I talk about it in my book a little bit, because I actually sell trade lines. So there's a way that you could profit off of trade lines. Like, I have a credit card for, let's say, $5,000. I'm charging somebody $130 a month to be on my credit card. They don't get the card. They don't get access to the card. They don't have nothing to do with the card. The card comes to my address, and I do this for people in different states, cities, towns. So the card comes to my house. So my address comes up on their credit report because the card went to my address. But I try to deal with trustworthy people, because it is sensitive information that we're dealing with. So I don't really like to
So the card comes to your house, and then what do you do with it? What do they get out of it? By them paying you money a month, you order a card for them off of your credit line. They just are an authorized user. What do they get out of it if they never get the card in their possession?
Their credit goes up.
Oh.
They don't need the card. All they need is their report saying they have a perfect paying credit history. They have 100%, credit paying history. They are only using $25 out of $5,000. That's maybe like 1% usage. They had the card for 7 years. Like, all my information goes on their credit report.
That explains
it. So after 3-4 months, it makes your credit look like you've been doing some stuff.
That explains it.
The first leg, not so much, but.
And I want to say thank you for telling me that. And people who have good credit, be careful of people who are trying to attach themselves to you. Thank you for that information.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But you got to be careful too, because people be trying to have you add CPNs, because you need the person's social in order to add them as an authorized user. But some people have CPNs, so you don't really want to get into adding CPNs to your credit card, because it can get messy. So I try to, that's one little thing. It's up, to each his own. But I just found that messing with CPNs as opposed to socials could get a little messy. And it's more business related.
Definitely learned something tonight. So we have in Rich Mom here, all the way from the Poconos, Pennsylvania. Nice and chilly up there. In here, and her book is Do It Yourself Credit Repair. DIY Credit Repair. And Are you still out there on Instagram? Are you still watching on Instagram or any other platform? If you are, if you
Yeah.
can just put your information in there, because we have a couple people out there watching. What's going on, Sherelle? How are you? Thank you so much for joining. My cousin joined tonight. I love it when my family members join. Jelly Bean, what's going on? Let me know where you were
Yeah.
calling from. And for those of you out there on Facebook, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. So this is Reading Between the Wines, and I am sampling Joseph Handler's Sweet Red Wine, talking about credit and financial responsibility with Enrich Mom. And like I said, this is right up my alley. I love this type of conversation. I wish that we can carry on and continue for such a long time because there's just that much information. So for people out there who are interested in getting your finances together, you can obviously reach out to Enrich Mom, and you can purchase her book, Do It Yourself Credit Report. And you can reach out to me. You can text me at 609-738-0611 if you have any questions. And hopefully we can get you set up on your journey to financial freedom, because that's what it's about.
That's a good word right there.
What? Financial freedom. That is exactly what it's about.
Yes, absolutely.
Once you know better, you do better. Shout out to Miss Eugenia McCall from the Bronx. So, 411 Reading Between the Wine style, we always do something which is called burning questions. So, ladies and gentlemen, you can always text me at 609-738-0611. That is the official 411 podcast Reading Between the Wines hotline. You can text your questions. If you want them to be anonymous, go ahead and, leave me a little note, and I'll make sure that I don't say who it came from. But I will go ahead and bring up your questions and answer everything that you have in future podcasts. Dis 3 Evolution is running until December 30th. And then after that, we'll see you next time. But until then, you can get everything in right now between now and December 30th, live daily, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on all of my social media platforms. So now this is time for burning questions. So, Enrich Mom, are you ready for burning questions?
Yes, I'm ready.
Listen, I've had people hang up on me. I've had people go silent. I've asked all of these burning questions. Their spouse was laying next to them. Their spouse grabbed the phone, turned it off. I mean, all types of stuff happened. I've lost friends over burning questions. Like, burning questions is so much, and it did so much, and it changed so much that I have a new series coming out called Burning Questions. So y'all stick around for that too. So Burning Questions is turned into
Sounds spicy.
Absolutely. So Burning Questions series coming up in 2024. So you all stick around and just hang tight. LarryGaines.com. All right. So burning question for tonight is, in our tech-driven age, which would you rather lose? Give up your rights to motorized vehicles, all devices, or the use of one of your hands? So I'm going to go ahead and break that down for you one more time. In our tech-driven age, which would you rather lose? Give up your rights to motorized vehicles, bus, car, train, I don't care what it is, you ain't getting around. You can't drive. No one can drive you around. It is what it is. Or would you rather lose all devices, cell phones, tablets, watches, any type of way that you communicate to someone from the outside? Or would you rather lose the use of one of your hands? Burning questions.
Well, my answer is going to sound a lot of it selfish, but I think I would have to go with the electronic and just be off the grid.
What?
Yes.
I don't know if I could do that. I don't know. You know what?
I would. Yeah, I think I would choose electronics. I can't go without traveling. I can't do it. And I make a lot of money with my hands. So one hand less, there'll be less money.
See, now I was gonna say the motorized vehicles because I'll just be a walking, you know what? I'm not gonna say the word. I ain't gonna cuss tonight, but I would just be a walking. But you know what? You just fill me in with that travel aspect. I need to travel, so yeah. And I'm not. I don't know if I would want. Well, I mean, I guess you know what? I guess you picked the right one. The devices, yeah. Because I'm definitely not going to change who I am and take away the use of my hand. And you need to use your hands to do what you need to do. So I get a paper cut on my pinky. I'll be like, my whole hand don't work. Yeah. Like the devices, the cell phones, this, that, all this stuff is new. You know, they've been around for, centuries, making it work and making it do what it do. So, you know what? That's a good response. I like that. But the way you think about it, though, like, I need to travel. That was a great answer because that is so true. Yes. I need that more than talking to people. Yeah. Wow. Like, catch me if you can. You gotta find me. Yeah, exactly. I can't have no devices. So I can't be tracked either. They even better. Right. Strictly off the grid. So I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Drive to your house to leave a note. I was here. I like that. Well, it's about that time. I can't believe it. We wind down here tonight. Thank you so much, Instagram. Y'all just keep coming through. I appreciate y'all so much. Before we leave, I want you, if you can please let us know exactly where we can follow you at, where we can get your book, Do It Yourself Credit Repair. Let us know if you got something new coming out. I know you got some things cooking there. Go ahead and take it away. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram is at richmom1.com. I also hashtag enrichmom, so you can find me that way. The books are on enrichmom1 at gumroad.com and etsy.com, ebooks by enrichmom, and Pinterest enrichmom1. So you can find me on enrichmom1 is my handle for almost all things. And I have a few more books coming out. Hopefully by the end of the year they're ready. One is Welcome to Motherhood. One is about eczema, and I have a couple other ones in the making. A couple little joke books, some little light ones I'm gonna throw in the mix as well. So I got a different. It's I have MAD ebook Galleria, so it's like a wall of ebooks, just different information. There's no specific topic, but it's just a lot of good information that I just like to share with people. Yeah, I mean, you just be doing it. How do you have time to do all of this stuff with these books? Well, I love to read, so, it's like, and maybe it is like about up here being cold. It's like, just a sense of like relief and peace, and you get that clarity up here. Like, there's not so many distractions, even though the animals be awkward because there was a raccoon on my porch looking at me. Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Let me tell you. I want you to pause right there. Please pause right there because I'm going to tell you this. I live in New Jersey. I'm not going to say where, but I live somewhere in New Jersey. And I was walking in the summertime and it had just got dark. So, 8 o'clock, it got dark. And I'm walking and I'm minding my business. And all of a sudden, I see these big cats. But I saw one big cat and I said, damn, that is the biggest cat that I've seen in my life. But then I looked over and I saw like 9 of them. So then I said, you know what, self? I had to speak to myself for a minute. I said, self, Now you know that you can see one big cat, but you never saw 9 big cats in a row. And wait a minute, they look like they're walking a little bit on their hind legs. So when I saw that, let me tell you, I backed up so quick and I ran. I didn't run. Let me not say to that, but it was like a walk run. It was a walk run, walk so fast, and I was mad. I was mad. I was so mad at the fact that these animals are in my neighborhood and that I can't walk on a nice, hot, sunny evening when the dark falls. I was just so upset. So go ahead now with them little with them little hands that they got. Nah, I'm good, yo. No.
And he stared at you too, like, can I help you? Or did you have to move? So yeah, but it does help me write more, and you know, I have a system, so I just try to not overwork myself. You know, just work at a pace. So you know, slow and steady wins the race.
Absolutely. And just do what works for you. And when we learn how to do what works for us and not worry about what other people got and what they are doing, then you got it. So,
right.
Wow. Well, this has been enlightening. I would say educational, and I would love to partner with you in the future because conversations like what we have here today, which is going to help people elevate. Not everybody's going to get it, and I'll leave it like this, and I probably will upset people too when I say this. Not everybody's meant to get it. We all have a role that we are supposed to play in this world. We all have a role that we're supposed to play in this universe. And I do believe that you can play whatever role that you choose. So if you are, and I don't want to speak like this because maybe I am saying too much, but we all have a role to play. And you can level up if you choose to come out of the role that you were destined to play. And remember, only thing that I have to say about this is look at your parents. Look at what your parents created, because that's the basic example of what you were supposed to do. And that's only because of what they taught you is what they knew. And that's it. That is just the basic information. So if you want to live your life basic and be a basic individual, an everyday individual, then just do exactly what your parents taught you, and then that's it. But if you want to go over and beyond and you want to elevate to another level, then you need to start listening and start digging into different areas so that you can elevate to the next level. And that's the best way that I can explain it.
Yes, no, I agree, and I'm definitely down with, you know, trying to elevate not only ourselves but other people, you know, people around us, people that are listening and, you know, are inspired by your shows every night, you know, because that's not easy, you know, putting in work every day. Every day is not a good day, so it is, you know, tests and trials every day. So to be able to, you know, stand up and do a show every night, I definitely commend you. So I would definitely love to work with somebody that's consistent like you. To, you know, not only, like I said, elevate ourselves, but elevate our communities, elevate people around us. Like, that's what it's really about. That's how you really measure how blessed you are by, you know, or that's how I measure success by, you know, how many people that are blessed around you. Like, and not only, I'm the only one blessed, everybody else around me is mediocre. Like, no, you want everybody around you to be blessed. Like, let's be blessed together.
Absolutely. Yeah, so absolutely. Listen, my mind is spinning now as we were talking about this. You touch so many different levels from, you know, financial education, which we were speaking about tonight, health, you know, you talk about skincare, you know, parenting, so many different things. So yes, you and I definitely will. we definitely will work together in the future. So I want to say thank you so much for blessing us tonight here on Reading Between the Wines. Check out Enrich Mom. do-it-yourself credit repair book. Y'all go ahead and check that out. And what did you say the price was? $27.99.
Yeah.
Wow, that memory.
And that's just one flat price.
Oh boy.
No. So that everything's included for that. And I don't know if you dropped the slide with the that I sent you one of the pages from the book.
Mm-hmm.
But it has like some little freebies on there, so I'll post it on my page as well, so people can check out the freebies. I'll post it in my story.
Y'all go ahead and head on over to Enrich Mom, and I know you dropped your information in the chat on Instagram, so y'all go ahead and check that out. And thank you so much. Anything you have for me? Any questions you have before I get out of here?
No, thank you for having me. I definitely appreciate you. Like I said, definitely give you your flowers now because you deserve them.
Why, thank you so much. No problem. And thank you for reaching out to me on Twitter. And what was it, a year or two ago you reached out, and, look at the beautiful things that are coming of this. So thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. Take care. You have a good night.
You too. Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
See ya. Well, that was very nice. I did enjoy my conversation with Enrich Mom. So, like I said, I think it was a year ago, she reached out to me on Twitter, and she had asked if she can come on a podcast. And I have to be very careful when it comes to X or Twitter, because that's a whole nother world. So I was like, I wonder if this person is really real. So come to find out, she's an amazing person, very talented. You see the different books that she has. I can't even count how many she has, and she continues to keep doing her thing. So shout out to Enrich Mom. Y'all go ahead and check her out on all of her social media platforms. She's on X. She's on Instagram. So please go ahead and check her out. Now, tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 411 podcast, Mr. Jonathan Martin Ives is coming in. So if you want some laughter and some nonsensical, but, he definitely does give us some great information. He's just a funny character, but there is going to be some laughter. There's going to be a little nonsense going on. Tune in here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 411 podcast. I will be broadcasting live from Celebration, Florida, December 8th, 9th, and 10th. December 8th, I'm doing a Reading Between the Wines show from Florida. And then 9 and 10, we have the 411 podcast live. We're going to try to visit some wineries and do some great things when I am in that area. So stay tuned, check me out, and we'll see you soon. Especially in that nice area, nice weather compared to what I got going on here in Jersey. Next week, Reading Between the Wines, 2 more bottles of wine, 2 more artists. We have author Lauren Schultz coming in and Liz Bullard coming in. So 2 great ladies, beautiful people. Y'all definitely want to check me out. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We have Reading Between the Wines, 2 shows within a week. Again, you can always follow me on all of my social media platforms: Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, TikTok, DLive, Twitch, and Daily Motion. Check them all out, because different ones, I post different things. I know there's different things on TikTok versus Daily Motion. And so check out the different platforms, see what works best for you. As we are here on Dis 3 Evolution, you never know what's going to get posted, where they're going to get posted. Thank you all to everybody who supports and interacts on all of the different platforms. I appreciate that. I also want to let you know that if you would like to participate in the coaching sessions, I am booking up for January 2024. If you enjoyed the conversation that you heard tonight, you can have your one-on-one private conversation with me, where we can go over any type of topic that you'd like to discuss, starting at $39.99. And that's going to be at laryngains.com. So set up for January 2024. Head on over to laryngains.com and you can book yourself for the coaching sessions, private one-on-one conversations with me, and we can go over various different topics from financial, like a little bit of what you heard here tonight, spiritual. We can do some goal settings, speak about manifestation, whatever you like to discuss. We can go ahead and discuss that. Head on over to laryngains.com for that. Also, if you are a traveler, because I love to travel, if you like to go beyond just the comfort zone of what you are in, a lot of us need to get out and explore. We need to get out and explore and go to different parts of the world, go to different parts of this country. You'll be amazed at how many people that are afraid to travel. But if you're not afraid to travel and you're a adventurer and you like some excitement into your world, you can vacation with me. Head on over to laryngains.com and I can help set up your next vacation destination. Great itineraries. If you just tell me exactly where you want to go, what you want to do, and I'll get your whole day, I'll get your whole week, I'll get your whole vacation set up for you at a discount too as well. And I have condominium lifestyle living, so it's a home away from home. Most of my units have full kitchens, laundry. You get your washer and dryer, multiple bathrooms, your dining room setting. Um, Vacation with me if you want a home away from home. You don't want to live in your traditional hotel style type living. You want to relax. You want to have space. You want to have room. You want to cook your own food when you're on vacation. You have a full kitchen. Vacation with me. Head on over to laryngains.com for that. Also, I have something so exciting. So exciting. Next month, I have something that is coming out. It's called Whispers of Wisdom. So I will be whispering all of these great things to you in your inbox. Head on over to laryngains.com and you can sign up for Whispers of Wisdom. You're going to get great wines. You're going to get travel destinations. You're going to get clips from the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines, coaching session information, all of the things that encompass laryngains.com and Black Diamond Productions. You'll get all of those wonderful things, inspirational quotes delivered to your inbox just once a month. So if you can handle one single email from me once a month with all of the great information, with my travel tips, wines of the month, 411 podcast clips that were very inspirational, Reading Between the Wine clips that were, inspirational, head on over to laryngains.com and sign up for the Whispers of Wisdom newsletter that's coming out next month. Thank you so much to everybody who's supported already. I appreciate you. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for everybody that joined in. Tonight, I sampled Joseph Handler's Sweet Red Wine. This was a great one. It reminds me of the Dornfelder wine. So if you are a fan of that Dornfelder wine, that classic bottle that I'm speaking about, I need to get me a bottle of that. Maybe I'll sample the Dornfelder when I am in Florida. Maybe I'll do that. That classic Dornfelder bottle. Y'all know exactly what I'm speaking about. For those of you who drink wine and know where I'm coming from. This wine was very great, and I enjoyed it tonight. I enjoyed my guests, Enrich Mom. And on that note, I will see you tomorrow right here, 411 Podcast at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I want to say thank you so much to everybody who's out there hanging out with me. Thank you so much. Onyx Blade out there on Twitch. Thank you for hanging in. I appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. And on that note, I want y'all to have a wonderful, beautiful night. Take care. Good night. Thank you. Thank you all.